Okay, we're recording. Hi. And this
Hi.
is Kate and Molly, and we are doing our first of what we hope will be mini post bedtime pajama jam talks. So we don't we don't really have an official name for it yet, but we do have mocktails with us, and so we'll start by telling you the recipe for the mocktail. It is so good that it doesn't even seem like a mocktail, right, Molly? Like, it's
Right.
so delicious.
Delicious.
It's so good. So it's tonic water and a slice of lime and a drop of Melissa essential oil. And I happen to have a bowl of raspberries in the fridge, and so I dropped a raspberry in there too. And it's delicious. It's so good. But Molly and I, even though we live just across town from each other, we're not seeing each other at all right now because of COVID and doing shelter in place and social distancing. And we're just so happy to be together. And really, in reality, the only time that we could find that we could both do a recording together is after the kids go to sleep. So we decided to just keep it really real and come in our pajamas with our Melissa Mocktails, and talk to you about the BOGO box. So that is what we're going to do, is we're going to unpack our BOGO box and tell you a little bit about each of the products that's in there, just a little bit of basic information and what we love the most. And our hope with that is, whether you ordered the entire box or whether you ordered one or two BOGOs here and there throughout the week, you'll feel really excited and really empowered about knowing how to jump right in and use the oils. One other thing I want to tell you about. So we do have a game that we're going to play. Molly knows that I love playing this game. We love giving away goodies, and I have a bottle of Digest Zen, and I also have a bottle of Laurel Leaf, and we're going to choose a winner, and you get to choose which of those oils you would like. And what we're going to do is, as we're doing this recording, here and there throughout the time of our recording, we're going to mention 4 zoo animals. And then once you've watched the recording, you can message us, and if you list the 4 zoo animals, you'll go in a drawing. I mean, what's a pajama party without a game?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out if I'm supposed to insert a zoo animal or if you've got it all under control.
I'll let you know. I'll cue you if I need a zoo animal from you, okay?
I've got 2 in the back of my head.
Okay, perfect. Well, why don't we go ahead and start off with one? Why don't you throw one of those zoo animals out there, Molly?
Okay, pink flamingo.
Ooh, I'm going to write that down. Okay, pink flamingo is our first zoo animal. All right, sister, you want to get us started with the BOGO box?
I will get us started. So day 1 of the BOGO was to buy Serenity and get Balance for free. Yes. I really wasn't sure how they were going to top starting off BOGO day with Serenity and Balance.
I know. They just like started off with a bang.
They really did. So yeah. I always like to think of Balance as like your entry oil. So anytime that I'm introducing anybody to oils or talking about oils, Balance is like, hey, this is an essential oil. To me, Balance is just really necessary. It's a grounding oil. It's comprised of trees and roots, excuse me. And it's just really good for centering and calming, and kind of, I like to think about it when all the tabs are open in your brain, going every which way. Taking a big inhale of Balance just helps bring you right back down to earth and kind of tether you right back in. So it's almost as though you can feel your lower extremities just revisiting earth and grounding you. So it also is great for helping you stay in the present moment, which I think sometimes is so hard. I think that kind of goes along with those open tabs. You're trying to focus on something, but your brain's taking you everywhere else. Yes. So one of the best ways to use Balance is on the bottoms of your feet. So just roll it down if you're comfortable. I guess I should rephrase. If you're just opening up your balance for the first time, put a drop of oil in your hand, squirt of coconut oil, or you could even use unscented lotion
Yes.
and just rub it on your feet, and then put some socks on, and then take deep breaths. We'll talk often in here about kind of the oil breath. So that's just cupping your nose and mouth and breathing in and exhaling. So just smelling balance from the bottle, doing some oil breaths in your hands, putting it on your feet, rolling it on your wrist, your pulse points. Super effective way. It's one of the first things I do in the morning. It's just kind of like wake up, drink water, put balance on. I don't even think about drinking water in the day, and I sure don't think about putting balance on. I just do it.
I'm the same way. And I notice it if I don't apply it. That's usually the only time that I think about it, is if I realize that I haven't done it because I feel really off. And I keep mine on my bedside table. So literally when I swing my legs over the side of the bed before my feet hit the ground, it is the very first thing that I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just overall just a really great, basic, necessary entry oil to help with keeping you grounded and centered and ready to participate in the present moment in your day.
Yes.
So, Kate, do you have anything
No,
about
you nailed
balance?
it. You nailed just baseline, help you just keeping stress low, keeping anxiety low. And it's not that we, put an oil on and then we're never going to feel stressed, or we put oil on and we're never going to feel anxiety. But I feel like it really helps us to be able to maintain that sense of being able to find our footing, and not kind of like spiraling down the rabbit hole when we become stressed.
I totally agree. I mean, kind of like Kate said, all of that. And again, the image, I know I said this, but the image is like a tether. So, like, if you watch a tether line, it kind of ebbs and flows and moves. So it's not, rock solid stable, but it's got an anchor and you're in place.
Yes.
If that made any sense. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's
No.
kind of late, guys. It's past my bedtime.
It is way past our bedtime, but it's so fun to be together. We don't ever want it to be over. So if you did not get the box and you did not get the Balance Serenity BOGO, Molly's going to talk about Serenity next. But that's a great place to go next. If you're thinking about slowly building your collection, you don't own these two yet. Awesome, awesome emotional support with both of these. And affordable too. They're very affordable blends, I feel like.
Yeah, they are. And I just feel like I call them bookend blends. I think of them as the first thing you do in the morning, the last thing you do at the day, and in between the two meet really well. So it's kind of like, so Serenity is exactly what it sounds. It's the oil of tranquility, rest, and calm. Super good oil to use at bedtime, for whatever it is, whether it's you just have trouble falling asleep, or just can't wind down. So good. Swiping again, one drop on the bottoms of your feet, or if you're used to oils, turning it into a roller bottle. I use a lot of roller bottles in my house because I just think it's easy to just and for anyone that doesn't know me, I'm assuming everyone knows me, but I have 4 kids. So I turn to roller bottles just for ease. It's just easy for me to swipe right down feet and spine. But it's really a great one for your overactive mind. So even during the day, I mean, I associate it in my house more with sleep, but even during the day, it's really great for just bringing some calm for that overactive mind. The way I personally use it during the day is in combination with balance. So I will diffuse the two of them together. It's kind of known as our after school blend. Usually it's in the diffuser to help us kind of root us back in being at home and to bring calm. Currently, since there is no after school, it's kind of midday, just I swap out whatever our morning blend was to that. Um, but also one thing that I think is kind of cool about Serenity is an emotional property of it, that it really encourages individuals to connect with themselves and find peace within. So I think that's a really cool property of it. Um, Kind of a self-soothing, helping us look in to find that calm.
Yeah. It's beautiful for babies. It's beautiful for nurseries. It's just as beautiful for adults, but I have it associated. We have diffused serenity in my son Sam's nursery, now his bedroom, since I started really using oils, which is when he was around 2 years old. And so for me, the sense of serenity is always going to be that cozy, beautiful end of the day where we're all snuggled in together, and everything good and sweet and cozy. It's a blend of several essential oils, but one thing I'd like to point out is it has vetiver root in it, and vetiver is really effective for calming, for grounding, for bringing feelings of rest. It also has lavender and cedar wood in it, so if you don't have the Serenity blend, a really beautiful blend to do on your own in your diffuser is a little bit of lavender and a little bit of cedar wood. That's one of my favorite blends.
And I think Serenity, I mean, I think the lavender comes out pretty strong
Yeah.
note, and all the others are this really nice undertone of it.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. It's beautiful.
It really is. It's and like Kate said, you know, if you didn't do that BOGO, they're just really basic, great oils.
Yeah.
Both of them, I said, I mean, Balance is for me hands down the entry oil that I introduce people to, but Serenity is a close second because usually people are looking for a little calm in the chaos and
Yes.
sleep help. They seem to be really popular things that people want to tackle in their home.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So what was day two?
Okay, day 2 was frankincense. I don't know.
Mm,
Frankincense touch.
mm.
So this is in that roller bottle, ready to apply. Doesn't need to be diluted, already diluted. And then get neroli.
Oh, I forgot. I'm getting so excited again. Like, of course, I know what all the BOGOs are, but I'm getting so excited again as we talk about them. You want to do neroli? And then I'll do
It,
Frank?
it is so fun. Yeah, that sounds great. So I actually was really inspired by this BOGO because when I saw it, I remembered that I had a neroli, and I honestly didn't even know how or when I had ordered it, but all of a sudden I remembered. So I ran and grabbed it, and it was so fun
Mm.
because it was like this. Kate smelling it for the first time right now.
Oh, I told Molly, I was like, I'm going to take the cap off and smell it during our video. Oh my gosh, it smells like honeysuckle to me, and not artificial, overpowering, fake honeysuckle, but Molly, like the honeysuckle that used to grow in the side of our driveway.
Backyard.
You remember that? And we would pick it and we would pull out the part in the middle that you could suck the juice from. That's just my immediate hit when I smell it.
So, do you notice any like very slight, just spice, exotic undertone, like honeysuckle
Absolutely.
with like this? I don't even. It's like this
Mm,
spicy feels too
like a
strong.
tea, almost like a delicious tea in that spicy like tea way.
Yeah, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good way to say it. Not spice. Yeah. Uh,
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to stop smelling my wrists. Oh my gosh. Oh, Molly, it's so good.
so, um, so Kate and I are both kind of new to this oil. So
Yeah. Ooh, I'm
we're
like
both
I'm like 90 seconds old
good.
with it.
So this is one that is really great to wear at your pulse points. So it's kind of like what we call a pure fume. So just a natural perfume, just really nice.
Yeah.
But if you want to look a little deeper into what the emotional meanings are, um, it's a unifying and stabilizing oil. And so it's used for a shared purpose and partnership.
Hmm.
So it talks a lot about being a really great oil to use um, in long term relationships. So, kind of that unification of
Yeah.
them and the partnership and really reconnecting on that kind of shared ground level. So it's also good if you're a person that sometimes feels unfulfilled. Another way to look at this oil use is to kind of combat that feeling of unfulfilled. And
Yeah.
it looks like Kate is having another aha moment over there. So I'll turn it over to you.
Well,
Uh, I'm not sure. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. Could you come over? I'm not sure.
so no, I remember now. I couldn't remember from my research during BOGO week where it was sourced from, and I always like knowing where it's sourced from. And it is sourced from Egypt, from the
Mm.
flowers of the bitter orange tree. And I'm remembering this
Oh,
now. So it gives us a really great dual emotional support punch. It's like the 1-2 punch, because it's from a citrus tree. And so citruses are usually like awakening, like bring you like alert and help you to feel awake and enlivened. And then it's from the flower of the citrus tree, and flowers make us feel calm and soothed as a rule. Florals do. So we're getting both of that. We're getting like this kind of alert, aliveness, and
mhm.
calm at the same time. So like all the good things.
Yeah, yeah. So, and you just said when you were saying something, oh, I know. Um, I, I was just going to throw out because you said Egypt, perhaps a camel.
Oh, for the zoo list. I thought you
It
were
felt
talking
like
about like
Egypt,
what
like,
we're smelling, and I was like, I don't think we want to smell like a camel.
no, I'm just afraid we're going to forget about our zoo
No,
animal.
that's good. That's good. I put camel down.
So when you
Okay,
said
zoo
Egypt,
animal number 2 is camel, and just to review, number 1 was pink flamingo, number 2 was camel, but neroli does not smell like camel. Just to just to clarify.
I think this is a great segue to move to our king of oils, frankincense.
Frankincense, yeah. So frankincense is really dear to me. Um, we're so familiar with this oil, and we use it so regularly that in our home we don't call it frankincense, we simply call it Frank. So Frank is like Frank, and there's a ton of research behind this, you guys. If you go to PubMed and you search certified pure frankincense, you are going to find so much good information. Frankincense is all about cellular rejuvenation. So if you're not sure where or how or why or when to use frankincense, think about times or situations or places of your body where you would want cellular regeneration. So a lot of people use frankincense as part of their beauty routine, because signs of aging is like the way that you reverse that or prevent that is through cellular regeneration. If you think of pain, if you're in pain, one of the things we're always going to reach for is frankincense. If you've had an injury, if you're recovering from surgery, just think cellular regeneration, cellular regeneration, cellular regeneration. Um, It'll be another pajama talk sometime. We'll tell you all about our grand adventure, but Molly and I have both recovered from both of us, 3 surgeries each. And for both of us, it was within the span of 2 or 3 years, and frankincense has been an incredible support. So frankincense is just phenomenal. And here's my favorite story about frankincense. When you do a 101 with me and Molly, and if you've never had a 101 with us, you just let us know and we'll book you one, because it is so fun. But we talk about part of the reason that these essential oils are so healing is that essential oils are from the juiciest part of the plant. And plants all have properties that protect them when they're out in the wild. And one of the things that plants have is they have the ability to regenerate at a cellular level. And when we pull from the essential oil of the plant or the tree, we're pulling from those beautiful capacities and we're borrowing them. So frankincense is actually made from the sap that the frankincense tree in Africa secretes. And the frankincense tree secretes the sap to heal itself. So for example, if there's a forest fire and most of a frankincense tree burns down, the tree will immediately secrete this sap to heal its burns and begin the cellular rejuvenation process so that the tree can experience regrowth. So we're pulling from that magical sap that regenerates the tree and we're using it in our bodies, and it is just like crazy, so crazy cool. So for me, we always talk about desert island oils. Like if you were to go to a desert island and you could only bring however many oils, frankincense might be the one. It's hard to say, but it would be in the top 3 for sure. It might be the one. It might be the one that I couldn't go.
Yeah, frankincense would be in mine too. And
Yes.
I don't think I could limit it to one. I think I
Yeah.
would start shoving them in my pockets or something. But frankincense would definitely rank up there for me too.
Yeah.
Also, powerful for anxiety and
Yes. Yeah.
another big ground, kind of a grounding.
Yeah. Yeah. I love frankincense in my Epsom salt bath soaks. I just love it. And gosh, there's not enough words. It's like the Swiss Army knife of oils. Like, that My Big Fat Greek Wedding, how that one character sprays everything with Windex? Like, that's what frankincense is like in my life. Like, when in doubt, frankincense, for sure.
I feel like that would be a good pajama talk too. Just on frankincense.
Desert island oils?
Desert island oils.
Yeah, let's make that a pajama talk. That would be a really good one. Yeah, for sure. Okay, I'm going to purposely stop myself there because I could speak about frankincense for a long time.
Okay, should we go on to day 3 then?
Yeah, but let me put another zoo animal in here. Let's do zebra. Now,
zebra is the third zoo animal.
And I'm going to stop repeating them after this point. So stakes are getting higher. We've got pink flamingo, we've got camel, we've got zebra. Now be on the listen out for number 4. Okay, what was day 3?
Okay.
Or are we on
I'm going to stay on the listen out for sure.
Well, I said look out.
That's my ears listening out. Day 3, Kate, I think that we together have the combo here is, citrus bloom and pink pepper.
Oh, I've got pink pepper right here. You go ahead on citrus bloom and then I'll.
Okay. Citrus bloom. They call it right here on the bottle, springtime blend. And it is like an explosion of everything beautiful and great about spring.
Yes.
In your nose.
Yes.
I mean,
no nauseating yuck. Like, artificial floral blends, you're like, wow, it's too much. It's soft. It's an explosion of everything, but it's soft.
It is. And it's just perfect. It's a really uplifting blend. The oils that are in it are wild orange, grapefruit, lavender, Roman chamomile. So it's really calming too. It's uplifting and calming. It's like the same we were talking about with the neroli, the kind of double punch hit.
Yeah.
And magnolia.
Yes.
So in a nutshell, citrus bloom, not only does it just smell like the most beautiful spring explosion, it's going to uplift you. It's going to bring some calm, some creativity. I just picked out one word for each of the emotional properties that makes up the oil. So if you are looking to feel more abundant, find your inner child, accept your body, be expressive, find purpose in the moment, then I would just go ahead and get that citrus bloom. Sorry, I called it citrus, wrong oil, citrus bloom going right away. So I just think it's really cool that not only is the smell so great, like this is one that like your whole house is going to smell delicious, but my
Yes.
goodness, look at what it's also doing
Mm.
for the mental space that you're carrying around.
And that stuff that Molly's talking about is real. I mean, the emotional effect of scent is a real thing that happens in scent goes through our olfactory gland straight to our limbic system. So we could certainly do another pajama talk on that. But it's actually like a real thing.
It is. I mean, there's lots of studies out there.
Yeah.
Um, it's really powerful.
Yeah. Citrus Bliss usually only comes out at Mother's Day. And last year,
I keep saying the same thing. Citrus
oh, Citrus
bloom.
Bloom. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
keep saying the same
And it
thing.
is blissful, but we're talking about Citrus Bloom. Citrus Bliss is a different blend altogether. Citrus Bloom usually only comes out at Mother's Day. And last year, I got a bottle of it. And I literally, no joke, wish that I had bought 4 so it would have lasted throughout the year. It's
Yeah.
just really lovely. And it reminds me of like if you are a musician, like when you're reading sheet music, it talks about pianissimo or forte, like the different ways you can play music, and forte is like really loud and strong and pianissimo is like really soft. That's what it reminds me of. It's like this pianissimo citrus, or no, it's not citrus at all. Yes, wait.
Yes. Remember, guys, this is very late for us.
Oh,
Bloom here, just in case we've been a little confusing.
yeah, I think we're confusing ourselves. uh, yeah, so good. I can't wait to get that one diffusing.
Yeah,
Anything
I've
else?
had it. I actually, as soon as I saw it was a BOGO, it kind of sparked my memory that I had a little bit left from last year.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and so the day that it was posted, I just started using it. I've missed it. I've been using a lot of On Guard, which is great in our house,
Mm,
but it was kind of a nice change up, kind of like, spring is here.
absolutely.
Hey, do you want to take it away for pink pepper?
Oh, please. I love this one. I am so happy to talk about pink pepper. I love, now I want to be completely transparent with you all, in that I had a bottle of pink pepper that I just really hadn't done much with yet at all. And so right, I think it must have been, yeah, I'm not sure. I think it was one of the promos one year, and I just hadn't explored it much. And so
It
I
was
felt
the
really,
Mother's Day one last year.
oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, and I just, I kept hearing great things about it. And there's a lot of reasons that it'd be really good for me and you, Molly, to be using this one specifically. But yeah, anyway, I was really motivated to jump in and start experiencing this one when the BOGO was announced, because I wanted to have firsthand experience with it before I attempted to talk about it or teach somebody else about it. Okay, so that was like maybe a week ago, and it is like fully incorporated into my world, and now I'm like not at all certain how I was doing life without pink pepper. It's so great. So the first thing I want to tell you is that it is not related to the common pepper spice. It is actually related to the cashew tree. And so when you hear pink pepper, instead of like thinking about like black pepper that makes your eyes water and makes you sneeze. Think nutty, think cashew. So it's really delicious. What I've been doing, I saw this recommended somewhere. And so, what I have been doing since the BOGO was announced is putting a drop in my coffee. And it's really delicious. It tastes like one of those, like, really exotic blends. Like, I like nutty coffees, like I like hazelnut. So really cashew is kind of like that nutty flavor in your coffee. It's delicious, but it has a little bit of spice to it. Not like black peppery spice, but a little, it just tastes
It
very
does.
exotic and delicious. Yeah. However, the cashew nutty part adds more of a smoothness than you would have anticipated. So it's a very surprising. Like, just when you approach it, go with an open mind, because at least for me, it's unlike anything I have ever experienced. Emotionally, it supports our mood. Like, it supports a positive mood, and it is really good for helping you to feel alert. Like, for me, like, just taking a sniff of it, like, I feel more alert. And that's another reason it's really good in your coffee. It is also very metabolism friendly. That's one reason that a lot of people like to start their day with it in their cup of coffee. And it does, like, it does so much to help support your central nervous system. So if you're talking about just like overall going through your day in a more resilient and grounded way, pink pepper is phenomenal about that.